So, Wendigoon, we're talking about all these grievous injuries.
Yeah.
What is the worst injury you've ever sustained?
I do need to comment on that skull thing because I do have a related story. I was in Nashville one night with a group of friends, and we were just like on the strip, and this guy comes by, and he's in a wheelchair, and he's asking people for handouts, and he's like, you got any money, blah blah blah. So he comes by us, and we're just like, I don't have any cash, sorry. And he turns, and when he turns in the wheelchair, we were facing the right side of his head. He turns, and the left side is completely scalped. Like, it's just bone, his whole skull up there. So, of course, me and all my friends are like, like pointing at it and everything. So now he's going down the row of people in the other direction where they can see his skull. Sure enough, he gets a couple groups down, and some girl sees him and screams because, as you can imagine, and he just stops and then, like, blank face stares at her and says, "If you give me $5, you can touch it."
See, that's a guy playing the hand he was dealt.
He tried like the civil way first, and he's like, all right, second pass, and then turns around. Poor guy.
What kind of Last of the Mohicans scenario did he end up in?
I have absolutely no idea. It was funny because another guy came out of a bar.
Is this guy in Nashville? Is that him?
That's him. Get him.
Oh no.
So someone stumbled out of a bar, this like really drunk guy, and he goes, "Yo, what's that?" And the guy in the chair mumbled something to him, and the guy who's drunk like did not process whatever he said and just stared and goes, "Is that like your skull?" And yeah, so it was an event.
Dude.
Well, was it? Do they not put some skin back on there?
Normally they do, but this guy, obviously he was in a not great situation, whatever his healthcare situation.
It sounds like what it sounds like to me is that he had a much more minor injury, and because he's homeless, it has like gotten necrotic and like wasted away, rather than some scalping incident where like a monkey or a metal lathe or a native savage, scalped him. Or none of those things.
He wasn't starting up his plane on the ground.
Head infection. A homeless man with like a head infection is the most likely thing, because I've seen that. I bet you guys have seen it too. The homeless people who, like, when they take their boot off that's been on for 3 years, their foot is mostly skeletonized and there are maggots actively feeding on the inside.
I've only seen that online. I've never seen a homeless person.
All the time. Of course, I've not seen it in real life.
I don't know what kind of life you lead.
I like playing stupid because that way when I'm actually stupid, like, people can't tell. So I was having this conversation. I was having this conversation with somebody the other day, and like blank serious conversations. We had gone from like economics to like I don't know, save investments, and then I was like, we're talking about lifestyles now, and I was like, I've been thinking about doing some outdoorsy stuff, some camping. I've seen this real upkick of urban camping. There's these guys over under the bridge near my house. They've just little tents popped up, and those guys just live out there, and I think it's a cool lifestyle. I'm gonna try to get into it.
It saves a lot of money.
I'm gonna try to be homeless.
I feel like if you could live in a tent for just a year, you'd save like what, $20,000 in rent.
They're like money for hepatitis treatment.
They're like, those people don't have homes, and a lot of them are mentally ill. Like, they're trying to be kind to me, and I'm like, no. I see them out there. They've got like lawn chairs. They're relaxing. They're definitely not trying to like get a job or anything. Look, if they were homeless, they'd be out working to get a job or something. They wouldn't be just relaxed. One was asleep out there in the middle of the day. I had stuff to do, and he was napping. No way.
Now hold on, Kyle.
These guys are millionaires.
Was this when you visited Wings? Because that's just South Carolina from the south.
No,
dude, hear me out on this. This will take a minute. I went to the Harley Davidson dealership, and the lead salesman there and I were talking about being rich versus being wealthy, stuff like that. And he asked, "Is LeBron James rich?" And the answer was no. I'm sorry. Yes, he's not wealthy, though, because LeBron James has to show up tomorrow morning and do what someone tells him to. He's still under contract, right? There's still some man with his foot on the back of LeBron James's neck, even though he's probably threatening $1 billion. He's just rich. The guy that pays LeBron James, he's wealthy because that guy sets his own lifestyle. By that measure, The people that Kyle doesn't want to give money to are also wealthy. There's no one telling them what to do. They wake up every day and decide what they want to do, not what they have to do.
At what point did I say I didn't want to give money to them? I drive by every day and throw a fistful of pennies at them.
Is it still in the roll?
I shoot silver dollars out of a t-shirt cannon at those ungrateful cunts. Oh, I have head trauma.
On the overpass.
Yeah, we'll pay for it with the $7 I gave you, dumbass.
No,
Do you ever think like that Sunny episode? He's like, it's like when you drive by a homeless guy with a mouthful of champagne and you spit it on him, and he doesn't even get a full mouthful; he just gets a little taste. It's just like
like,
but
Wendy, good life.
Wendigoon, you were talking about. No, you're fine. You're fine. You were talking. You started to go into your worst injury. I was interested in that.
Yeah, so I've actually, knock on wood right now, never had a broken bone. Somehow I've managed to live, I guess, just pampered enough to where that hadn't happened. Some of the most painful injuries I ever had, one was during baseball. I remember I took a fastball to the funny bone. That was not fun. I thought I broke it. I didn't. I just was in misery for a bit. Got on base though. There was that. The single most painful event of my life was when I was 10 or 11 years old. I had a couple baby teeth that stuck around way too long. They wouldn't come out. And it's because the root never eroded away and they never fell out. So I had to get them removed by a dentist. And the dentist was like, oh, well, we'll just give him a shot of lidocaine. The root's probably, already done and it'll be fine. So he gives me the shot back behind where the infection and the buildup is from everything. And then goes in front of the infection to where the teeth are and starts to pull them out. And I was in the most pain ever. I was screaming. There had to be the assistants hold me down to the chair. And my mom was like, is he okay? And I'll never forget the dentist going, oh, he's just overreacting a little bit. I wanted to strangle him to death right there. I hear
what
him.
A terrible dentist.
Oh, I was so furious. That clinic shut down, by the way. You get what you pay for. That guy, I hear him rip out the first one. He goes, oh, this has still got a root. Oh well, and then just immediately goes for the
Goebbels, DMD. Oh my god!
Yeah, he's got a lunch he's got to make, so you got to deal with it. That fucking sucks. Tooth stuff is notoriously the worst. Everyone says because it's so close to your head.
Well, you got to apply the anesthetic.
Yeah. To this day, I refuse to go get my teeth cleaned at any place twice because once they think I'm comfortable there, it's like now they're going to get me. I'm going somewhere else. Yeah.
Tooth cleanings are a scam. Just drink water.
Big dentist.
Oh, what? You can't gargle on your own? You need Mr. Thirsty to be part of the scenario? Get out of here.
You just eat something gritty. I eat 2 tablespoons of sand a day.
Now,
and my oral health is
you don't swallow the sand. You rinse it around and then spit it out.
Oh, that's why I'm having so many GI issues.
I can't imagine. That's gotta be the hardest shit ever.
I shit once a month and it's absolutely grueling.
I'm not sure, but I think maybe if you eat a little bit of limestone in your diet, you'll create concrete turds. Maybe they're a little limestone away.
Taylor's like a cat. His whole gut's just compacted.